Men need sex regularly. Here's what science actually says. Have you ever wondered why so many men seem to think about intimacy so often? Is it just desire? Is it habit? Or is there something happening inside the male brain and body that makes regular sexual activity more important than most people realize? The answer may surprise you. Science has spent decades studying how intimacy affects men's physical health, mental well-being, hormones, relationships, and even longevity. And while many myths exist online, researchers have discovered some fascinating facts about what happens when men have regular healthy sexual activity and what can happen when they don't. Today, we're breaking down the science behind male intimacy, the benefits researchers have found, and why the conversation is much more about health and biology than most people think. Make sure you watch until the end, because one of the biggest benefits has nothing to do with pleasure at all. It involves your heart, your brain, and potentially even your lifespan. Let's get started. For most of human history, scientists believed intimacy was primarily about reproduction. But modern research has revealed that sexual activity influences nearly every major system in the body. When a man experiences sexual arousal and intimacy, the brain releases a powerful combination of chemicals. Among them are dopamine, oxytocin, endorphins, and serotonin. These chemicals are often referred to as the body's natural feel-good messengers. Dopamine plays a role in motivation and reward. Oxytocin helps strengthen emotional bonds and feelings of connection. Endorphins can reduce discomfort and create a sense of well-being. Serotonin helps regulate mood and emotional balance. Together, these chemicals create effects that extend far beyond the bedroom. Researchers have consistently found links between healthy sexual activity and improved mood, reduced stress, and better overall life satisfaction. But that's only the beginning. One of the most interesting findings involves stress. Modern life is full of pressure. Work deadlines, financial concerns, family responsibilities, health worries. Many men carry enormous amounts of stress every day without realizing how much it affects their bodies. Chronic stress increases levels of cortisol, often called the stress hormone. When cortisol remains elevated for long periods, it can negatively affect sleep, energy, immune function, and mental health. Several studies suggest that healthy sexual activity may help reduce stress responses by promoting relaxation and lowering tension. This doesn't mean intimacy is a magical cure for anxiety or stress, but it does mean that healthy physical affection and emotional connection can become part of a lifestyle that supports emotional well-being. Another surprising benefit involves sleep. Millions of men struggle with poor sleep quality. Some toss and turn for hours. Others wake repeatedly throughout the night. Many feel exhausted even after spending enough time in bed. Researchers believe that after sexual activity, the body releases hormones that encourage relaxation and sleepiness. This may help explain why many people report falling asleep more easily afterward. Good sleep is essential for virtually every aspect of health. It supports memory. It strengthens immunity. It improves mood. It helps regulate hormones, and it reduces the risk of numerous chronic diseases. When intimacy contributes to better sleep, the benefits can ripple throughout the entire body. Now let's talk about something that gets far less attention than it deserves. Heart health. Many people think of sexual activity as purely recreational. But from a physiological perspective, it also involves physical exertion. The heart rate increases, blood circulation improves, various muscles throughout the body become active. Researchers have found that healthy sexual activity may contribute to cardiovascular wellness when combined with an overall healthy lifestyle. Of course, intimacy is not a replacement for exercise. You still need regular physical activity, proper nutrition, and healthy habits. But scientists increasingly recognize that sexual health and heart health are closely connected. In fact, some experts consider sexual function an important indicator of overall cardiovascular health. The blood vessels that support sexual function are sensitive to circulation problems. As a result, difficulties in this area can sometimes serve as an early warning sign of broader health concerns. That's one reason healthcare professionals encourage men to pay attention to changes in sexual health rather than ignoring them. Now let's discuss testosterone. Few hormones receive more attention among men. Testosterone influences muscle mass, energy levels, motivation, mood, bone density, and sexual desire. Many people assume testosterone is only related to masculinity and attraction. In reality, it affects numerous systems throughout the body. Research suggests that healthy sexual activity and sexual desire are closely linked to testosterone levels. The relationship works both ways. Testosterone can influence libido, and sexual activity may help support aspects of hormonal balance. However, it's important to avoid exaggerated claims. No single activity dramatically transforms hormone levels overnight. The body operates through complex biological systems. Healthy sleep, proper nutrition, exercise, weight management, and stress reduction all play major roles in maintaining hormonal health. Sexual activity is simply one piece of a much larger puzzle. Another fascinating area of research involves immunity. Your immune system protects you against illness and infection. Scientists have found associations between regular healthy sexual activity and certain markers of immune function. The exact mechanisms are still being studied. However, researchers believe the combination of reduced stress, improved sleep, emotional connection, and hormonal responses may contribute to these effects. Again, this doesn't mean intimacy makes someone immune to illness, but it highlights how interconnected our bodily systems truly are. When multiple aspects of health improve simultaneously, the benefits often overlap. Now let's talk about something many men rarely discuss openly. Loneliness. Loneliness is not simply being alone. It is the feeling of being disconnected from others. Research has shown that chronic loneliness can negatively impact physical and mental health. Some experts even compare its long-term effects to other major health risk factors. Healthy intimacy often includes emotional connection, affection, trust, and companionship. These elements help create a sense of belonging and support. For many men, physical affection serves as an important form of emotional communication. This is one reason strong relationships often contribute to better overall well-being. The benefits are not limited to physical contact alone. The emotional bond matters tremendously. In fact, studies repeatedly show that relationship quality plays a significant role in happiness and long-term health outcomes. Now let's address a common misconception. Many people believe men only seek intimacy for physical satisfaction. Science paints a far more complex picture. Research indicates that men, like women, often seek intimacy for emotional closeness, validation, affection, stress relief, connection, and relationship bonding. Human beings are social creatures. Our brains are wired for connection. Physical intimacy is often one expression of that deeper need. Understanding this can help create healthier conversations about relationships and emotional well-being. Another area receiving growing scientific attention is brain health. The brain is one of the most energy-demanding organs in the body. Researchers have found that positive social interactions, emotional bonding, and intimate relationships can support cognitive and emotional health. Some studies suggest that maintaining close relationships throughout life may help support mental sharpness as people age. While scientists continue exploring these connections, one message remains clear. Strong relationships matter. They influence far more than our emotions. They influence our biology. Now let's discuss aging. As men grow older, many physical changes naturally occur. Hormone levels shift. Recovery slows. Energy may decrease. Health concerns become more common. However, researchers have found that maintaining physical activity, social engagement, emotional connection, and healthy relationships can support healthy aging. Sexual wellness is often considered one component of overall quality of life. Men who maintain good physical and emotional health frequently report greater life satisfaction as they age. This doesn't mean frequency is everything. Quality matters more than quantity. A meaningful, healthy connection generally provides more benefits than chasing arbitrary numbers. That's a crucial point many people miss. Science does not support the idea that every man needs the same amount of sexual activity. Human beings are incredibly diverse. Individual needs vary based on age, health, personality, relationship status, culture, and personal preferences. What matters most is whether a person's lifestyle supports their physical and emotional well-being. There is no universal number, no magic formula, no one-size-fits-all answer. Instead, researchers emphasize balance, communication, and overall health. If intimacy becomes a source of stress, conflict, pressure, or obsession, the benefits can disappear. Healthy sexuality should enhance life, not control it. And perhaps that's the most important lesson science teaches us. The goal isn't simply more sex. The goal is better health, stronger relationships, emotional connection, reduced stress, and improved quality of life. When those elements come together, intimacy becomes much more than a physical act. It becomes part of a healthy lifestyle. So do men need sex regularly? Science suggests that healthy sexual activity can provide meaningful benefits for many men. But the real story is bigger than sex alone. It's about connection. It's about health. It's about emotional well-being. And it's about understanding that the human body and mind are deeply connected. The healthiest approach is not chasing unrealistic expectations. It's building a life that supports your physical health, emotional health, relationships, and overall happiness. Because in the end, that's what science repeatedly shows matters most. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And let us know in the comments which scientific fact surprised you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.